Well, hello, my friends. Welcome back to another episode of the Sickening Truth podcast, where I simplify the complex and deliver the truth on a silver platter. I'm your host, Tisha Castillo, serving up some of the most brutally honest health talk you'll find on this side of the internet. Today, we're diving into the convoluted, money spinning world of a topic that's hotter than a ghost pepper. We're going to be talking about gluten-free diets and celiac disease. So buckle up and prepare for a wild ride. Now, first things first, let's talk about what celiac disease actually is. Now, if you're thinking this is going to be some complicated medical jargon filled explanation, then brace yourself for some disappointment. Celiac disease, my friends, is simply inflammation of the intestines, sparked off by the usual suspects of gluten and gliadin. These are proteins found in grain products. Yes, that's right. The bread you love is inflaming your gut. Now, hold on to your seat because I'm about to drop a truth bomb. No mammal, and I repeat, no mammal tolerates gluten. We've simply lost the ability to do so. So whether it's your adorable pug, your cuddly kitten, or even us sophisticated Homo sapiens, when we ingest gluten, there's a party of inflammation happening in our guts. And by party, I mean the kind that leaves you with a nasty hangover. Side note here, if you're feeding your dog or cat grain-based food, well, that's a tail wag and no-no. Now, of course, the level of this gut party varies from one individual to another. For some, it's like a quiet tea party, barely noticeable. But for others, full-blown Mardi Gras, causing discomfort, bloating, and a range of other unpleasantries. And when it reaches this point, we give it a name and we call it celiac disease. Now, I want to take a second and chat about this godlike gluten-free industry that we have. Oh, yes, the saviors who are making a pretty penny for a desperate hunt for gluten-free substitute foods. Why, oh, why do our meals contain things that we can't digest? Substances that cause nothing but discomfort and disease? Well, let's just say big food and big pharma have discovered a gold mine in lifetime patients, or should we say customers. Customers who are hooked on foods that our bodies can't use for fuel, leading us down a spiral of illness. It's like we're all stuck on this perpetual hamster wheel, dependent on whatever they're selling. They've swooped in like caped crusaders, promising us this utopia free from the iron fist of gluten. Gluten-free bread, gluten-free pasta, gluten-free shampoo. Let's be real, folks. Most of these gluten-free substitutes taste like someone decided to repurpose a cardboard box into a meal. And while we're at it, have you ever heard Big Food bragging about gluten-free lettuce, gluten-free steak, or maybe gluten-free strawberries? And why is that, you think? Well, because they aren't whipping up these foods in their Frankenstein labs yet. Besides, eating real food prevents disease. And let's face it, there's no profit in healthy customers. So now that we've unpacked the why, let's add a little gasoline to this bonfire of truth, shall we? All of these gluten-free products that are supposed to be our saviors are chock full of grains. And grains, my friend, are not your body's best friend. So while you might have shown gluten the door, you're unwittingly letting grains throw a wild, unrestrained rave in your body. And let me tell you, this isn't the kind of party that leaves you feeling good the next day. Instead, it's causing a host of metabolic dysfunction and leaving you with a brutal hangover of chronic symptoms. We're talking constipation, diarrhea, headaches, fatigue, weight gain, high blood pressure, diabetes. The list goes on and on. It's like grains are the uninvited guest who not only trash your house, but also eat all the food in your fridge. Oh, and then stick you with the cleanup. Not exactly the party outcome you were hoping for, huh? So what's the solution? Well, it's actually simpler than you might think. It allows you to stop throwing your money away on the overpriced gluten-free cardboard products. The most cost-effective, healthiest, and no-nonsense way to go gluten-free is to simply cut grains from your diet. And no, this doesn't mean you need to get stuck on a diet of air and water for life. It means enjoying a juicy steak or some vibrant, crunchy veggies, but only if you want to. A grain-free diet, that's the ticket. Now, let me share one more nugget of knowledge here with you, okay? Did you know that gluten is one of the biggest triggers of autoimmune diseases like Hashimoto's? So, by going grain free, not gluten free, but grain free, not only are you giving your gut a break, you're helping to regulate and reverse your metabolic dysfunction by restoring your glucose and insulin to healthy levels. And you're also reducing the risk of triggering an autoimmune condition. I mean, come on, can't get much better than that. So I ask, are you ready to train in your grain filled, gluten free diet for a truly grain free lifestyle? I promise your body, your wallet, and yes, even your taste buds will thank you. You'll be exchanging bland, cardboard like gluten free substitutes for juicy cuts of meat, nutrient packed veggies, and an assortment of other flavorful foods. Imagine biting into a perfectly cooked steak instead of gnawing on a piece of gluten free bread that tastes suspiciously like the box it just came out of. Now, that's what I call an upgrade. So, does going grain free offer you any other benefit? Well, that's a great question. Not only will you likely see an improvement in your digestive health, but you'll most likely notice a boost in energy, clearer skin, and that brain fog, well, it's going to fade away. And remember, by saying goodbye to grains, you're helping to stabilize your glucose and insulin levels, which not only helps to reverse any metabolic dysfunction you might have, but if you're aiming to shed a few pounds, well, a grain free diet, that's your golden ticket. Look, I know it might sound like a big leap going from a world filled with grains and gluten to one without, but isn't it worth at least considering if it means improved health, less discomfort, and potentially a longer, happier life free from fatigue, chronic pain, disease, and a lifetime of medications? So, are you ready to jump off the gluten free bandwagon and dive into the grain free pool? Again, I promise your body, your wallet, and your taste buds will thank you. And hey, if you can improve your health while avoiding the taste of cardboard, again, another win in my book. So I'd love to hear about your experiences with gluten-free or grain-free diets. What have you tried? What was the journey like? Do you have any burning questions or topic suggestions for future episodes? Connect with me on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Just look for Tisha Castillo. Shoot me a DM or even drop me an email at hello@tishacastillo.com. Now, remember to please subscribe to the Sickening Truth on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. If you enjoyed today's show, please rate and review me. Your feedback helps me reach more people with the truth about health and wellness. And don't forget to share this episode with someone who might need a little bit of truth in their life. That's all the time we have for this episode, folks. I hope we've ignited a spark of curiosity and armed you with some food for thought. No pun intended. Stay tuned for more real, raw, and relentlessly honest health talk here on The Sickening Truth. Until next time, folks, stay healthy and keep questioning.